Week 17 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Vikings on Sunday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. New Year's wishes to all of you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Happy New Year. Partner, a couple of weeks left now in the regular season. Man, you get to this point, we're talking New Year, but for the guys, it's been a long season to this point.
This is such an interesting time for the players because part of the league, Mike, they're coming down the home stretch and their season's going to be over. They're not in playoff contention. They're starting to plan off-season vacations and get away from the game a little bit. But then the rest of the league, they're coming down the home stretch here thinking that their season's going to go on into the playoffs and make a run for the Super Bowl. So, yes, you're tired. Yeah, your legs are a little heavy. But, man, if you're in playoff contention, I promise you, weeks 17 and 18, that's where you make your money in this league. And these guys are coming out today. This game means a lot.
Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses is...
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. To throw is Goff. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jared Goff. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Dreadnoughts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And let's give them about 4 on that one. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down. Right back to the fullback. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run it here with Cora. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback.
A little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Slot man in motion left. On 2nd down, Goff. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the 1st down and keep it going. They'll try to run with their fullback. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Hey, kill. Now Goff gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun, it's Goff. And he'll take it on in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dreadnoughts move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Now he's free at the 35. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Yeah.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
We're good. We're good.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He'll complete that to his fullback. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Value three.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Goff to throw on 1st down. To the right side, hauled in by Myers.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They motion the slot man left. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. To throw is Goff. And he's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Throwing here is Goff.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
A gain there of 11. That's enough for a first down. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. A second down throw for Goff. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. His kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts extend the lead to 24-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line. Man in motion here is Tucker. Here's Goff. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Goff to throw. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So we are through 3. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now, here's second and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
Just nowhere to go for that fullback, Mike. They thought he was their best shot of getting this ball across the goal line, but the defense stops him for no gain, and they set up a fourth down.
On fourth down, Goff. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jared Goff. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Dreadnoughts move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Things not looking good. But see if he can get the turnaround going here. He'll start this drive with first down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. To the air once more is McCarthy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down and 8. Throwing again is McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And this is taken in by the defense. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Wow! And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Let's go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Pass pulled in by Tracy.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and He takes him down for a negative play.
Second and 11. Here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Now McCarthy. He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.